Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how you can create a service account and then assign the service account to your UCD agent pods so that you give enough privilege for these UCD agents to go and interact with the Openshift APIs, like creating a pod, deleting pods, applying the deployment configs, etc. So what we're going to do is that basically we'll go to the OC get SA just to see what kind of agents or what kind of a service accounts we have. So we have a couple of default service accounts over here. As a best practice, you always would like to have a dedicated service account with the right tightened permissions for your UCD agents so that they can interact, as I said, with the APIs of Kubernetes or Openshift. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to say OC create SA, and then I'm going to do UCD agent SA, which basically the UCD service account agent. So we create the service account just to double check that the service account was created, and then we can see it over here. What I'm going to do now is basically give it the right permissions so that it can be able to build my images. So for example, in a scenario over here, if I go to the application section and then I go to the BusyBox app where my demo is actually at, so I tried to run this and then it passed yes, but there was an error over here which basically says the user is forbidden to the user default is forbidden to actually deploy or initiate a build config to the namespace web backend, and that's because the UCD agent is actually using a default service account which does not have the right permissions to go and create a build configs. So what we can do is that we give it basically a role. So we do OC ADM policy and then add role to user, and then I will do system image builder, which basically we are using the image builder role from the cluster role system, and then assign it to this specific service account. So I will do system and then service account, and then we'll do web backend, which basically is your namespace or project, and then you will have to provide your service account name, which is the UCD agent.sa. So if I click on this, you will see right away here that the cluster role image builder has been added to the UCD agent.sa. Now this is a very quick solution. Most of the time you will really need to have a dedicated role created for your, let's say, UCD or DevOps agents or DevOps tools, so that you can always make sure that the security is always being tightened and it does not affect your cluster and put it at risk. So anyway, we gave it now the proper roles over here. Now what we can do is the following. If I actually go and do get role binding, you will be seeing something very interesting here. Basically, as soon as we have added the role of the image builder to our UCD agent-sa, automatically a role binding has been created for our UCD agent-sa, which basically calls system image-builder-1, and then this is basically our role binding. As a best practice, again, you always need to change this name from the default or generated one into something more meaningful so that your team can understand that this is a role binding created specifically to give the role of image building access to this service account. Okay. And so after basically we have added the role and created the role binding to our UCD agent service account, what we need to do is basically we need to go to the Helm chart. So we will go to the values.yaml Helm chart, and then we can actually add a service account field here. So if this doesn't exist in your Helm chart, you might need to actually modify your Helm chart to actually add the service account. So in this case here, instead of being a default service account, it's going to be the UCD agent -sa service account. I will need to go to the stateful set, and basically you will need to also add the service account name section over here, which basically the value going to be fetched from the values YAML file and the service account property. So yeah, basically, just to summarize things, we have created a new service account, and then we have added the role image builder to the UCD agent service account, just to give permission to the UCD agent service account to go and create builds and apply builds, etc. And if you'd like to, by the way, to see the permissions for the service account, basically we'll do OC describe cluster role, and then you will be doing the system image builder, and then you will basically be able to see what are the actions or the rules that the image builder system or cluster role has. So basically your service account will be able to git update the image stream, create update the image stream, and then update for the build, and then also getting the builds. So yeah, as I mentioned before, please always have and create a service account dedicated for your DevOps tools, or any pod or container that's going to be interacting with the Openshift or Kubernetes APIs. Please don't use the default service account, and also please don't give the admin role access to default service accounts. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and I wish you a very good day. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching.